But if you haven't, check it out. That's me. That was me from last night. That was me after, 22 hours. No, that had to have been 22 before the 22nd hour because I was still wearing my sweater. Hey everybody, it's Zach Clayton. I'm back here tonight to talk to you about what transpired last night. We couldn't be happier about what happened last night. I mean, we just couldn't be any happier. Truth is, Will Black came on, gave you a challenge. You all took that challenge and you kicked its ass. That's the only way to put it. Sorry, maybe you can hear me a little bit better now. Like you need to hear me anymore. But I want to thank everyone who took part in this. Will is currently walking through an airport trying to get on. Hey, Terry. Yeah, I had a feeling you would be here. I'm not saying, just saying, had a feeling that you would be here. But yeah, Will is trying to get to a place where he can sit down and join us from an airport. Look, the man is extremely busy. There's no doubt about it. But if we have to do this without him, we'll do this without him. I've been doing this now for 3 years. And this is the first time I've ever had to come on the next day because there was unfinished business. First off, we got a couple videos that we didn't get to play. Part of that was due to the internet issues, which, believe me when I say this, is beyond frustrating. I'm kind of a guy that doesn't like it when things don't go right. Many of you know that. And the other reason is because there was just no time. Conversations last night, there's not a single hour that ended with me not wishing we had another 20 minutes. Yeah, we need to get Christine on here. Can you, Terry, do me a favor? Let me know as soon as Christine's on here. So, the truth is we've only got 5 entries, 5 people who entered, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of a preview. 5 people, but that's what it looks like. The Williams family kicked ass. There's no other way to say it. The Williams family kicked ass. Terry, you're on there 25 times. After the challenge, okay. After the challenge, you took and butted up, nutted up, and hit it. So, yeah, did I say the Wilson family? Or did I say another family? Because you know what? It is me, and I have a tendency. Oh my God. I'm hoping I'm live. I'm guessing I'm live. There's people on here. So my wife is looking for me right now. So you know what, Christine? I'll be honest. I all the work that they did yesterday, you're right. It would be great to see. But, I wish we could give one away to all 5 of the people who worked. Because all 5 of you, there's nobody who's, oh, okay, sorry. It's the Wilson family, not the Williams. Hey, I'm still hungover. It's not really a hangover, but work over. Well, that sounds terrible. So, I want to go through this real quick. All right. I know that uh, yeah, the wheel is what it is. You're right. I want to go through this. Please bear with me one more time. Okay. Oh, never mind. The man has arrived. There he is. Mr. Will, can you hear me? Oh, there you go.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. Can you hear me?
Awesome. Can
Uh,
might be a little loud while I'm in the airport.
well, that's fine. You want to do me a favor and you just want to give real quick rundown of sharing the credit one more time, and then we'll spin the wheel. And before you do that, Will, I want to tell you a little story. Terry Wilson
Tell me.
last night after your challenge, in
Hmm.
less than an hour, she had tagged another 135 people. The final hour, she sent me a personal message where it said Terry Wilson has shared this with 235 people.
That's what we
She,
want.
yeah, the look, the Wilson family kicked butt. So did Christine Pacheco. I'm thrilled the way things went. But why don't you give us a rundown real quick, and then I'll spin the wheel so you can continue your gallivanting all over the globe.
Well, sure. Well, sharing the credit is here, simply to get um, nonprofits like the one you're self building and the things you do, long term sustainable funding. Right. That's what we're going to do. As a matter of fact, I'm just going into Phoenix last second because we're going to go help advise with an investment group on I hesitate to say it, but a $5 billion fund with a B, um, where they want to have us come in and tell them about some of our charities, how we do it and what we do, because they want to give and help more. And I'm like, more power to you. Right? If we can keep doing things like what we did and the two podcast for me, Imodium free podcast, right? But
Yeah.
that's it. We might have to do something special for that particular family, because if they went that hard and that far, uh, for a community pay it forward, that's awesome. So spin the wheel.
All right, here we go. All right. Uh, is everybody ready?
I think
Because here we go. Here's the first spin. Imagine
oh,
that.
look at that.
Terry Wilson wins. Imagine that. Now, because Terry Wilson has already won, we take her name out. Look how that wheel shrunk. But you know what? Here's the great thing.
She did live.
Her husband worked just as hard as she did. They've got two adult kids. They want to win this and bring all their kids with them. I think it's fantastic. So here we go. Before we go on, good luck to everyone that's remaining. Here we go.
Spin the wheel, Vanna.
Oh, my hair is gray, not blonde. And
And
Christina Pacheco. So look at that. That
awesome,
is
awesome.
so awesome. That is so awesome. Will, how did they get a hold of you so they can get their trips?
Well, you're going to put their particular information in my inbox anyway, right? And we're going to send it directly to them. But again, I'm telling you, we had so much fun doing that. I think we need to do it again next year, and I'm down for sponsoring that next year, right? Uh,
You got it.
and we may boost it more next year. So now, because now we really know what we're doing. So
That's right. You know what? We're already going to start working on things Monday. I'm taking the rest of the time off, but the weekend's mine. But starting Monday, we're going to get working on next year. We're going to make this bigger and better because you all have allowed it to happen. You helped us grow. You helped us become something special. You're sending two families on a trip of a lifetime. Thank you, my brother. Travel safe.
we didn't. Y'all do the hard work, right? These people, these families did the hard work in the first place. Feel like the one that hands the reins to Santa Claus steps in the sleigh, and they're like, "You did so much, Elf." Will, no, this elf did nothing. Uh, y'all are doing it all year long. Keep going, and let's do it again next year, man.
Well, Will, I'm going to have you join me one of the last Wednesdays of the month because we have decided that we're going to continue this mission the last Wednesday of every month. We're going to bring on a veteran organizations, and we're going to continue to talk about this every month, um,
Awesome.
culminating up to the next year's 22 hours. So, not quite 22 hours every month, okay? No, 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 no. I'm not doing that. But for an hour and a half every month, we're going to go on ahead and have these wonderful discussions that we had last night. So, Will, you travel safe, please, my friend, and I will talk to
I
you on
will.
Monday.
All right. See you
Thank
soon,
you
buddy.
so much, sir. Goodbye. Terry, Christine, congratulations. I am thrilled. I've literally got goosebumps. I'm not joking. I've literally got goosebumps. And just to let you know, and kind of hoping it was going to land there, but um, wow. You know what, Christine? Thank you so much for that. That means a lot. That means a lot. And just to let you guys know, I while I was sitting down and I was getting yelled at for not sleeping, if you look here, I shared once. I tagged people once, and I was just kind of hoping it was going to land on there. I wouldn't have taken the trip, but I put my name on there just as a joke. But you know what? I could not be happier for the two that won, the families that won. I want one thing, please. I want pictures when you all are down there. I want pictures, and let's talk this up and let's show people how much fun you had. And then next year, let's fill this wheel up again. By the way, you two ladies, you're eligible next year too. So you can win this again next year. Will's already said he's going to give out one at least next year. You know what? By the time Will comes on next year, let's blow his socks off and let's make sure that he wants to give us at least two next year. Terry and I want to announce this right now. Terry and I are going to get together over the weekend or next week, whatever it is. But we are going to continue the auction. Okay, the auction. We've got to get the numbers back up. Or we got to get the numbers up. There's just we've got some wonderful items, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to find even more to add to this auction. We need to get rid of some of this stuff. Quite frankly, if we don't, I'm going to donate it to causes. I'm going to donate it to people out there who need it. Meals on Wheels could definitely use that Yeti, but I would rather see it in your hands. So let's bid on these items. This QR code will still take you there for a little bit, but that QR code, it's going to suspiciously change to something that says 2025 22-hour podcast. It is coming. Next year, it's on a Saturday. So I know that everyone's lives are a little bit busy, but not with work. So we can make sure that everybody has a chance to take and participate for at least 22 minutes. Put their names in there and make a difference for our heroes. Yep, it is on a Saturday, Jeremy. Thank you very much for Things Network, for everything that they did for broadcasting the show for 2 hours. That was a great show. Mr. Nick, brother, I couldn't have been happier with what you did. Um, your show was so good. I loved it. I also want to thank Sean Whittington, the rep. We've still got 2 of his books that we're giving away. I really want to thank Sean because he was able to take over the show. He understands that glitches happen, and he was able to take over the show while I was sitting there trying to do the show on this goofy thing. I've said it a couple times. I'm going to say it again. Fat guy in a little phone. It did not work well. Then Terry Wilson came on, and she talked about what we're doing, about what are some of the experiences she had, and it was great to meet her. I hear her voice almost every day. My wife talks to her every day. They talk back and forth. So I knew her, but I didn't know her, and now I know her. Yeah, that's how that happens. Carolyn Williams, for my card, we've still got a 1-year subscription for my card. And I'm going to tell you something, folks. If you're in business, there is not a better tool in the world. Look, let's put it this way. I've got a brand new bracelet thanks to a friend that you guys are going to be meeting in a day or two. This little bracelet right here, if you scan that on your phone, it takes you to my For My Card. You just take and you run this on top of an iPhone. And of course, let's go on top of the iPhone, huh? Well, we take and we run that on top of the iPhone. And right there, it asks. Come on. All right. It takes you to my For My Card. You can add me to your contacts. It's as simple as that. I don't need to add me to my contacts. I know how to get a hold of me. I just accidentally touched that and it said call 970-909-0751. That's all you got to do. It's so much better than a business card. So Carolyn Williams, thank you. I want to thank Daniel Below of Rescue Plus Resident. Look, he also participated in the paranormal show and he did such a great job. Look, the guy is just talented. He's still serving our country, yet he's already building a powerhouse of a program that is turning ambulances into tiny homes. What? Check out rescueresidents.org. Check it out. I'm telling you, you're going to be amazed what they can do. We also had Patty Daigle who joined us. Patty, not scheduled, never heard of her before, had no idea who she was. I get a message that said, I'm a 10-year Air Force veteran. I have a story I'd like to tell. We brought her on, told that story, beautiful story. Thank you, Patty. Timothy Mabry, Navy, had huge trauma in the Navy. Firefighter, looking at all the death and everything that a firefighter's, by the way, thank you to all of our first responders. He ended up with a gun in his mouth in the bedroom next to his 8-month pregnant wife. Thank God he didn't pull that trigger. But now he's trying to help others to not pull that trigger. Kyle Goodnight with kylegoodnight.com, building a program to help first responders, veterans, and other people who suffer from just that crushing everyday barrage of pain and suffering that you have to deal with. So Kyle Goodnight, thank you, brother. Ricky Birkenstock, he's right here in Fort Collins. We're going to make it happen. He and I are going to get together. He is one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life. He is a great, great friend, and we haven't even got to meet yet. I met Will, and Will lives in Georgia, but I haven't got to meet Kyle yet. Ricky yet, sorry. Joe Futterman, Coach Joe. She has she's donated a $600 coaching session for a month a personal coaching session. Get your life in order. You get your life in order, maybe things will get straight. Alan Holmes, Jared Smith, and Brian Muka. Wonderful hour. 3 veterans, 3 different problems that they faced. All 3 of them were at their end. They all 3 created different organizations, and we got to put them together. And now we got a nice little square because I guess I'm in there too. I guess I should include myself, right? But yeah, as the square, I'm in there too. But and here's the ironic thing about that. We had no idea this was going to happen. We all 4 worked on a case where there was a vet out there that there was much concern on. All 4 of us were doing everything that we could to try to locate this vet. Thank God he is still alive. He is still with us. He still needs help. And that's what we're trying to do together. Sarah Kuoku, Emily Chavez, and Rob Holman. Wonderful, wonderful hour. Rob in Florida, Emily in Arizona, and Sarah right here in Colorado. We had a wonderful hour together talking, once again, 3 completely different things. One mission: help our heroes. Debbie Hayes, Dogs and Tags, and Taki Hill. Or Hicks, I'm sorry, Hicks. Talking about service dogs and the ability to connect. Humans are built to connect. We like being alone every once in a while, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we are a species who needs each other. We also need our pets, and our pets mean a lot to us. So, by the way, I am working on doing this. Hey, sounds I'll look into that, Jeremy. Yeah. We're still trying to raise money for 9 nonprofits, but let's talk about that. That's an idea. Here, let me highlight it. Yeah, you know what? If we need to go to selling tickets and we just draw for people, that's fine. If we can get up to, let's say, $2,000 worth of donations, we'll do that. Just everybody will get we'll put their name on the wheel. We'll consider doing that. Maybe $10 tickets, $20 tickets, or something like that. I like that idea, Jeremy. Thank you. Where was I? Trevor Gibbs, the web detective. Siobhan Cunningham and Eric Maxwell. Eric and Siobhan really, really hit it off because they work with 2 different types of veterans. Eric is more of a men's coach, and Siobhan is empower women veterans. And they both gravitated to Trevor because Trevor works on making sure that your website is up to par. And this is so important. Your website can be seen and read and understood by people who are mentally challenged and disability challenged. You got to remember, they have a distinct reason to visit your website. Getting around isn't the easiest thing for them. They do a lot of shopping online. If your website if they can't access your website, they're going to go to your competitor. Just remember that. Why would you lose? Why would you make it to where somebody can't shop with you? Then we spent an hour with the Brainy Brunch. Marty Rocky, your mom is very, very ill. She's in hospice, and I know you're going through a very, very hard time. I say this with all the love I can muster. Take care of yourself. Good luck with you and your mom. We miss you, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Um, but please, if there's anything that we can do to help you, please reach out. David Rocky, Lee Rosenblum, Carolyn Williams, Brian Muka, and Taki Hicks all joined us in that hour of networking. Fun. We had so much fun. We had so much fun, so much fun. After that, we got to talk to my brother from another mother, the creator of communitypayupforward.us. If you've never been to my website, please go to my website so you can understand what I do, what we do. We all do this together. Tanya Rusin and Marshall from Combat Recovery. All of us, another great conversation where we found actually ways that we can all work together. They got with Mr. Z, and Mr. Z and Tanya do the same thing. They build websites, yet they're sitting there talking together on how can we do this together? Because you know what, regardless of what somebody's going to tell you, there is not really competition when it comes to business. If you do the same thing as someone else, you don't have the capability to do everyone. Work together and work together for a great cause. Every time that you hire Mr. Z, Sarah Kuoku, Trevor Gibbs, they give me a referral. Okay. You say, you get your website built by Mr. Z, and you say, hey, you know what? I came to you through Zach. He gives me $100. It's kind of the way business is. It happens all the time. You see it all the time. What we do, though, is a little bit different, because we've also got a list of names of people who have asked us for help. People like Combat Recovery. You can say, you know what? I want to support Combat Recovery. And out of those $100 that Mr. Z gave me, we give $80 to them of that $100. By the way, how much do you have to spend extra? Not a penny. We just ask you to shop with our partners. That's it. There's nothing. You don't have to join my church. You don't have to join my cult. You don't have to join. Look, my cult is eating Snickers bars and watching hockey. It's a fun cult to be in, but you don't have to join it. Please check out communitypayupforward.us. If you'd like to talk to me, please just reach out. Find me any way that you can. Z with us stayed with us for the next hour, where we also had Ryan Irish, Greg Lake, Brian Shamp, and Kane Eustis. We also had one more gentleman, and I wish I could remember his name, but by this time, it's kind of... This was the hour where things got real, and we heard the story about two individuals who were told by an organization that they could get help, but it was going to take 6 months to get there. Unacceptable. Then we flipped the page. Northern Colorado Hour. We had Janet and Bart from Healing Warriors and Veterans Honoring Veterans. Both are in the Community Pay Up Forward family, both mission partners, both wonderful organizations. I love those two with all of my heart. They are some of my very best friends in the world. Janet and Will have gotten together. Janet wants to work with Will. Will wants to work with Janet. Look for that to happen soon. That was followed by Les Simpson at the 4 o'clock hour. Carmen Booker and Brian Gibson from Project Die Hard, which is also an organization you can donate money to simply by shopping with our partners. Then we had a very difficult hour. We had Kim Mosley's sister, Susan Ahern, and we had a dear friend of mine, Diamond Drip. Very, very difficult because it was women who were not treated properly by the service, and they also were not treated. And Susan was a law enforcement officer, and she was not treated fairly after she was hit by another vehicle. Very difficult. By the way, we've already started working on getting all of us together again to talk about what we need to do. That was followed by some gentleman who gave us, what was that he gave? Oh, yeah, 2 trips to Cancun. Who's happy about that? That he gave us 2 trips to Cancun? I think there might be a couple people who are happy about that. Then the fun started. Y'all got rid of me for a couple hours. So that's when my lovely wife and my great friends, Jeremy and Nick, took over and gave you all a respite from me. And they got to talk to a very, very wonderful gentleman, Jeremy's dad. Thank you, Mr. York, for your service to our country. Thank you for your sacrifice. And please enjoy your trip as much as I appreciate your service to what we do now. Here we go. Christina said, Terry Wilson and I sure are. I was hoping to hear that. So that was followed by brand new member of the Giving family, one of my brand new brothers in Giving, Ryan Champion. He came in and helped me finish out the live portion of the show. If you have any questions about mortgage, especially here in Colorado, if you have somebody who is a vet that's struggling with a mortgage and it doesn't seem right, get a hold of Ryan and get a hold of me. I can connect you to Ryan, and maybe we can figure out what if there's something wonky with their mortgage. Because you know what, our vets shouldn't have to struggle to keep their homes. That's just one of my favorite patches, and I'm going to cut this short here in just a second. But one of my favorite patches that I never got it, and I don't know why. I think I wanted to, but then my patch place closed down. And I didn't know they were closing, so I didn't get it in time. But it said, a veteran should never have to pay property tax. I'd love to see who agrees with me, because somebody puts their ass on the line, they shouldn't have to pay a dime for property tax. Jeremy, you, as always, did a great job with it too. So thank you, sir. But our veterans should never have to struggle to stay in a home. This was followed by Nick's show. Fantastic show. I loved it. I liked how it was talking. One of the things that Nick said that I want to reiterate, and Jan, I think you had part in what he said on this. We focus on American vets because, by God, we should. We can't remember that there are a lot of times state-run media take over and people don't get told the truth all the time. I hate to say this, but there are television programs and stations out there here in America that don't always tell the truth all the time. I saw one of the veteran news reporters at one point in time that said, I remember when we reported the news, not created it. There are a lot of times soldiers are out there doing stuff that they don't really want to do, but if they don't do it, their families are in danger. Look, enemies are enemies. We understand that. If someone's shooting at you, you're going to shoot at them. Flat out. They do still have problems, and nobody deserves to have to fight a war in their own head. There's not a scarier place in the world than your own head when you're trapped in it. Because as much as we may go through something similar, nobody understands what's in our head. But Nick finished out that show, did a wonderful job with the show. Nick, I completely agree with you, and I think you did a beautiful job on that. Then I came on and I finished it off. Wow, what the hell am I bitching about? That was an easy show. Didn't seem like 22 hours. I'm still tired. Thank you. Thank you all. Christine and Terry, I hope you guys have the best time of your life. I need you to both reach out to me or my wife, and we're going to have to get all of your particulars so I can get them to Will so you can get your vacation. Sarah, thank you. Sarah Kuoku, brand new member. She's a brand new sister in giving. And I've actually got a surprise for her. I haven't even been able to show it yet. So here we go. Bear with me for just a second. Boom. Brand new sister in giving. You shop with Sarah. You let her unzip those jeans. And you can support causes like the 9 that we are working with. Sarah, welcome to the family. Thank you for your participation and all of your support. Folks, I've been in front of you for a long time today. And yesterday. And I'm going to leave by saying this, the same thing I say every time. If you've got an extra hoodie in your closet, it still can be worn. Don't take it and put it in a garage sale. It's going to get you a nickel. Don't take it to a thrift store. Put it in your car. Find someone who's struggling with the elements. Give it to them. It's a small price for you. It means the world to them. You or the wife, you make too much food one night, put it in the old hillbilly Tupperware in an old butter bowl. Zap it in the microwave. Take it to somewhere someone's hungry. Little expense for you, huge, huge effect on someone else's life. If you have a neighbor who is struggling and needs some help, offer to help them. I remember people coming over after my motorcycle accident left me with a broken neck, busted up face, and a broken skull. Coming over asking my wife at the time if they can help us get my son to school. Coming over to cook us dinner because I could not. If my head fell off a pillow, I couldn't lift it off a pillow. I couldn't lift it back up. Make sure we watch out for each other. Take care of yourself, take care of your neighbors, and take care of everyone you see. Remember that the person across from you may be having a shitty day too. Okay? Look, we all get short with people. It's fine. But just remember, your opinion's different than mine is. But if your opinion was exactly like mine, I don't know if we'd get along. We're allowed to have difference of opinion. Please, love somebody out there because somebody out here loves you. No one needs to go it alone. Well, let me do this right. I'm tired. But please make sure you take care of someone, you help someone out, because if you're not helping someone, you're hurting everyone. No one needs to go it alone when we all come together. My name is Zach Clayton, president and founder of Community Pay It Forward, which is communitypayitforward.us, Community Dare to Care, and the PAC channels. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us this year. I look forward to the chance to work with you all, to talk with you all, and to hear more about what your trips, Christine and Terry. I look forward to hearing about them. But I got to go now, because I'm pretty sure you're probably sick of me. Thank you.
Stepping out of her fear, bring me home. Out alone, to show me the way. You wanna be a part of Sunset Boulevard.